Small moments that really stand out, I suppose. DH has a lovely spine. Raven Queen came over for dinner today. It was normal, mostly. Of course, my mum is still an N, so when DH was making sure the pudding was cooked and getting dishes etc. She said, "Poor DH's name, doing all the work." He looked right at her and said, "WH. The DH's back is quite straight." My sister, the Raven Queen, stopped by for a home-cooked meal yesterday. The evening was fairly uneventful, save for one notable moment. As DH busied himself ensuring the dessert was done to perfection and handling household chores, my mother couldn't help but remark, "It's too bad, DH's name is shouldering all the responsibilities." He shot her a knowing glance and shot back, "Who do you think put in the effort all day to tidy up the house and prepare this meal? It certainly wasn't me." I'm still grinning from ear to ear. The story is about the DH standing up for himself against his mother-in-law, who tends to make derogatory comments. The title and the context of the story have been modified for a fresh narrative. However, the core remains the same. TLDRA man defends himself against his mother-in-law's subtle insults, pointing out the actual person who has been doing the household chores. Woo, I found my penis. Yeah, always been fat as hell. 5 feet 10 inches 300 pounds. Had a tiny 5 inches penis, always thought I was fat with a small dick, fuck my life forever. Anyway, I haven't had sex in like 3 years, so I don't really notice my dick size. In those 3 years, I lost 65 L. I've discovered the size of my penis, and it's a welcome revelation. I've been ecstatic ever since. I've been carrying excess weight for a while now, standing at 5 feet 10 inches and weighing 300 pounds. My initial impression was that I had both a significant body mass and a smaller than average penis, which made me feel like my life was forever trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. However, my sex life has been inactive for approximately 3 years, so I hadn't given much thought to my penis size. During that period, I managed to lose a substantial 65 pounds, bringing my weight down to 235 pounds. Interestingly, I recently learned that the fat covering the penis can actually recede as one loses weight. As a result of this weight loss, I've regained around 1–1.5 inches of my penis. I'm thrilled with this development. TIFU, by accidentally verbally sexually harassing my boss. This just happened. My female boss was drinking a glass of water at the morning department meeting and went into a coughing fit. When she gained her composure, she apologized by saying, "Sorry, I swallowed wrong. I've just done something terribly inconsiderate, by making an uncomfortable comment to my superior. It's still fresh in my mind, but what's happened? During this morning's team gathering, my female supervisor was holding a glass of water when she suddenly broke into a coughing spell. After she regained her composure, she apologized with a simple, 'I seem to have swallowed air.' My response, though meant to be lighthearted, was misguided and came out as, 'Perhaps you need more practice.' The room fell silent, with everyone staring in discomfort as my boss's face turned bright red and mine matched hers. It's definitely not the best way to start the day. A vast majority of people on Reddit are very immature. I know I'll get downvoted for this, I don't care. It's the truth. Some of you really don't know how to control your temper, think you're better than everyone else, and don't know how to form relationships with P. It's disheartening to observe that the online community on Reddit often struggles with maturity. I'm prepared for the backlash, and to be honest, I'm not worried about it. The harsh reality is that many users here lack self-control, a sense of humility, and the ability to genuinely connect with others. If that sounds like you, I strongly advise seeking professional help for your own well-being. As I predicted, the downvotes are already rolling in. There's a certain satisfaction in witnessing people inadvertently validate my statement. I got my GED today. I got my GED today after testing 3x in math. I passed. I'm 26. This is a monumental achievement for me. Never got to graduate due to an unstable childhood, and not many PPLIRL didn't know I don't have a HS diploma, as I have a great career at a small company. A new chapter unfolds today. I marked a major milestone by earning my GED after multiple attempts at passing the math section. At the age of 26, this accomplishment holds immense significance for me, having grown up in an unstable environment that made it impossible to complete high school. Despite the challenges, I've maintained a successful career at a small company, where my colleagues and superiors have been unaware of my unfulfilled high school diploma. To anyone considering taking the leap to pursue their own GED, I offer words of encouragement. You are capable, and you will achieve your goal. As for me, the future has become brighter, with new opportunities unfolding and the prospect of attending college now within reach. A dream that was once distant is now becoming a tangible reality. Revenge at the movies. So here I am 2 days ago, watching Inside Out at a local theater. Funny moment happens, I laugh. Suddenly, these two women next to me look at me and go all, SSHHHHHHHHHH we're trying to watch, in this really obnoxious tone, then sit there like nothing happened. A cinema confrontation as I sat in the local theater watching Inside Out 2 days ago. A comedic moment caught my attention and I couldn't help but laugh out loud. Unfortunately, my joyful expression didn't go unnoticed by the two women seated beside me. They shot me a disapproving glance and hissed in unison, SSHHHHHHHHH we're trying to watch, in a tone that was more exasperated than apologetic. The silence that followed was awkward, and I sensed a challenge. Later, when they began discussing something amongst themselves, I seized the opportunity to even the score. Leaning over, I firmly yet politely reminded them, SSSSSSSSHHHHHHHHH I'm trying to watch, please keep quiet, in a tone that matched their earlier warning. The two women remained silent for the remainder of the film, and I left the theater feeling a sense of satisfaction. Edit: this story has no edit section. TLDR: a man retaliates against two women who shushed him while he was laughing at a movie, by shushing them in return. Someone is using my house for a rental scam. Florida, I own my home. Someone is listing my home as a rental scam and one person has shown up with a lease and paid the scammer $3,000. They're using old pictures from before I bought. I'm lost on what to do. I'm beyond worried. I've recently discovered that an individual has been exploiting my property in Florida, where I am the proud owner of my home, through a rental scam. The scammer has been posting outdated pictures of my home, taken before I purchased it, on a rental listing. As a result, one unsuspecting person showed up at my doorstep with a signed lease and paid the scammer $3,000. I'm extremely concerned about the situation and the potential consequences. With a fingerprint-activated deadbolt on my front door, I'm reliant on my home's security for safety. Working from home, I'm usually comfortable staying indoors, but the thought of potential squatters entering my property has left me anxious and hesitant to leave. In an effort to deter potential trespassers, I've posted a clear, "No trespassing" sign on my lawn. However, I'm unsure of what other steps I can take to protect my property and myself. TLDR: someone is using my Florida home as a rental scam. I feel like I'm not allowed to grieve. I had an abortion at 9 weeks. I wanted that baby very much, the father wanted the baby too,